Hello, Stampers. Today is Technique and Tip Tuesday. And what I decided to do today, the Stampin' Up! Catalog is about to come to a close. And always this time of year, I start getting kind of sentimental about some of my favorite stamp sets and thinlits and stuff that I'm afraid are going to go away. So I really start pulling out stuff that I just feel like I need to use a few more times before they're retired and I can't use them in classes and stuff anymore. So I decided this week I was going to focus on one of those bundles for all three of my videos that I do this week. So today, like I said, is Tip and Technique Tuesday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this really cute gift card holder, okay? And it is just a fun thing to do. I've done them a lot for over the holidays and made them look like Christmas coffee cups, but they're really cute to put like a Starbucks gift card in, and all you do is just kind of you can just attach your gift card there, and then it slides in and out pretty easy that way. Okay, so as you can kind of tell, what with the bundle that I'm focusing on this week is the Coffee Cafe stamp set and the coffee cups framelits. Okay, so like I said, I'll be using this set today for my Tip and Technique Tuesday. I'll also be focusing on this tomorrow for my Facebook Live, and on Thursday for 3D Thursday we will also be using this. So just kind of a fun thing to do, like I said, as I get a little sentimental on the retiring stuff in the catalog. So are you ready to learn how to make this cute thing? Then let's do this. So you are going to start off with a piece of cardstock that measures 9.5 by 4. Okay, and you're just going to fold it in half. You need to be sure and use a bone folder so that your crease is nice and crisp. Okay, then what I'm going to do to kind of give it that coffee cup shape is I'm just going to do old-fashioned pencil and ruler, and I'm going to measure in a 1/2 inch on each side on the bottom. Now, it's really important when you do this to note that this opens this way. So the fold is on the bottom, and that's where I am making my marks, is down here on the fold, okay? So once I have my marks, I want to be sure that I cut perfectly straight. So I'm just going to put my pencil up in that corner, put my ruler down here at my mark, draw a line that way. Do the same thing on this side. Then I'll get my scissors and I'm just going to cut it up on the line on both sides. Okay, just like that. Now, if you're like me, there's a couple pencil lines showing. I don't like that, so I didn't turn mine inside out the other way. Okay, all right. So now we're going to set that aside, and now we also need a piece of Whisper White cardstock that measures 5 inches by 3 inches, okay? And we want it to kind of go in the card the same kind of way. So what I'm going to do in this one is I'm going to mark one in, only I'm going to mark it in 1/4 inch from each end. And then again, I'm going to put my pencil in the corner and draw down. Pencil in the corner, draw down. And that is just so that the inside piece goes in nice and smooth and snuggly inside the card. Okay. So on this one, I'm actually cutting just inside my marks so that I don't have any pencil lines. Okay, so then what that is going to do is that is just going to slide down and slide like that. Okay, so I can set that aside. Now the third piece that I need is going to be, and I did not cut this, so let me cut this real fast because it is the wrong size. It is going to be 4 1/4 by 1 inch. Okay, and then what I am going to do So then what I am going to do with this one is I'm going to take my trio punch, and this one right here is the one that rounds the corners. Okay, so I'm just going to slide that in, punch down, round at the top corner, do it again on this side, get in, punch down, round that top corner, and then it's going to look like the lid of the coffee cup. Okay, so now what I'm ready to do is I'll bring my white piece back into the camera, and then I am going to take my liquid glue and I'm just going to put a thin line across the top like that. Okay, and then what I want to do is I'm going to put it almost all the way to the top of the back of the cup lid. Okay, and that way I've still got some open space here, which is what I want, so that it's only adhered at the very top. Okay, so now let's go back to the front of our coffee cup. Okay, we're time to do the little belly band, and what I want on the belly band is I'm going to use a piece of crumb cake cardstock, and it measures 4 1/4 by 2. Okay, the width or the width here is not as important because you're going to trim it down once you get it on your card. So the 2 inches is what's most important. And then what I'm going to do, because we kind of want this to have a, what do we call that? A like a crinkle kind of thing. Okay, I forgot what those used to, crimper. We used to have a crimper and it would do that, and we wanted to have that look, but we no longer have a crimper. So what I did on mine is I got out my Simply Score. Okay, and I am just going to go through and score it every 1/4 of an inch all the way down. Okay, and you just got to be sure you hold on to it pretty good, because sometimes when you get to going, you mess up and move your cardstock. So just want to do a 1/4 of an inch all the way across like that. Okay, then because it is crimped and it's not flat, I like to use liquid glue to glue it down, because I think the snail sometimes doesn't hold it as well. So I'm just going to pull out my card front, and I'm just going to plop that down just like that. Okay, then it's always easier if you turn it over to actually do your trimming, because you can see exactly where you need to cut, just like that. Okay, now we're going to stamp the little words to go on the front. Okay, and they are from the Coffee Cafe stamp set. It's right here. Happiness is a cup of coffee shared with a friend. And I really love this coffee set now. I never used to be a coffee drinker. And when my husband and I were on our Alaskan cruise, it was cold. And they had a cute little coffee shop, and my husband was always going and getting coffee in the mornings. And I thought, you know what, I want to try something. So I told them I wanted something that was not very coffee tasting because I did not like coffee. So they introduced me to a caramel macchiato, which is now my all-time favorite thing to get when I go to a coffee shop. So I'm going to stamp that right on there like that. Okay. And I am going to put it on. I'm going to put it on with some dimensionals. But first, I want to tie a little ribbon around it. And I am using our braided twine. This is not currently in a catalog, but it is still available because it is carried over from the holiday catalog. And I about forgot. Before I do that, we need to close our gift card holder. You know what? I need to trim this up just a touch on this side, because I can see pencil marks. There we go. Let's try that. So in order to close it up, I'm going to use my tear and tape. Okay, and I'm just going to start it here, and I'm going to get very close to the edge. Okay, I'm going to run a strip right there on that side, and then again, go very close to the edge, run a strip on that side there. Take off the backing. And then close it up. All right, now I'm ready for my twine. So I'm just going to guesstimate how much I need here. Trim that off. And I am not a good bow tire at all. So knots is what I usually do, but we're going to try, you know what, that's not long enough on that side. We're going to try a bow here. We're just going to see what happens and see if we can do this under pressure. Okay, I never know. I always feel like my fingers are too big when I'm trying to tie bows. There we go. That's not too bad. So let's pull that back through. Oh, yeah, it's not bad at all. All right, now I am going to put some dimensionals on the back of my words here that I want on my gift card holder. Whoops, have some dimensionals there. Take the backing off of them. And just going to center that on there. Right, like that. Perfect. Okay, now we can bring our white piece back into the picture with our little lid. And you are just going to slide it in there like that. And now, since it's dried a little bit, you have a little better chance to see. But the front of the card kind of goes down. There we go. Goes down into the cup. Okay, so that it just looks like it is kind of a lid that fits over the top of it, and it's super cute. So there is your gift card holder using one of my favorite bundles in the catalog, which is the Coffee Cafe stamp set and the coffee cups framelets. And let's just hope and hope and hope that it carries over into the next catalog. So thanks for watching my video. I'd love it if you'd share it with friends and family and stuff so they can make the gift card holders too. And thanks for watching.